Please subscribe to my channel where people here who are different, living in their truth. Now, come on, let me tell you what happened to me this weekend. Now, Raven, come on. Yes.
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting in? Everybody getting the fuzzy. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It is a day of another day of another day that we call Sunday. And it would have been said, what's going on, people? Everybody's doing everything as far as being prosperity in their life of living. Now, in case you don't know, of course, I've been going through my Ubala and stuff like that. Like my sister told me, she said, because you're going through something. My other sister, they was like, you're going through something because you keep changing your hair. And usually everyone knows, well, you probably don't know if you've never been to this channel, but most of you, the family knows that when I keep changing my hair, somebody's doing something to me behind the scenes. There's something more that's going on that I'm not sharing. You know, and I think it's got a lot to do with me as far as a lot of things. I think my problem is that I'm starting to get a really dose of reality of a lot of things as far as being who I am, and, you know, talking to different guys and stuff in reference to wanting to be with me, but they're afraid of with their family, or they lose their loved ones and something like that as far as their kids and stuff. And it just seems to me, it just becomes so pointless. Now, I'm thinking to myself, now suppose I went and got everything done and stuff like that, and here it is, by you knowing what I am. Because once people know, they no longer see you as a woman, they see you as a man. I mean, I'm not going to color code it today. So the whole thing of it is that, you know, you represent, you show yourself that this is who I am, this is blah, blah, blah. Now the man he wants to be with you, he has no problem with that, but when he feels as though other people may find out about it, you know, that he may feel as though there may come some type of discrepancy. Now there are some men out here who live their own truth, who are true leaders, who don't give a damn, who are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. They'll rock with you, they don't care, but there are not a lot of strong men out here as far as living in their truth. A lot of times women's going to suffer the repercussion is that she don't understand what keep cheating on her. He just sexually can't be fulfilled because simple fact of the matter is that he's with the wrong gender. But he has to live his truth as far as living the lie. His lie is the truth. Now, I want to tell you what happened to me in reference to yesterday. Now, I'll give you a little upgraph as far as, you know, me dealing with guys as far as, I guess, the DL. Like I said before, the LGBT should be the DL LGBT because the down lifestyle is way bigger than the LGBT lifestyle. So I always feel as though down low should be number one. So we'd be like, yeah, we see you first. So we put you there first. So we see you. Now, this is what happened to me yesterday, and I'm going to give you an idea as far as yesterday. Check this out.
Well, this is about yesterday. Now, in case you don't know, this is my Instagram, which is basically like the YouTube channel Raven Over. Now, I want to show you what happened to me in reference to yesterday as far as going out. Now, I went over to New York and stuff, and this picture right here is where my turmoil began. But before it get to this picture, I'm going to show you in reference to me going down by the pier. Now, when I was down there, I looked around and stuff because I wanted to, you know, just get some air because, you know, I'm always home. So, this me down in the village.
New York City, the village.
Yeah. So I'm down in the village, you know, looking around and stuff just so I could, you know, probably one day I'm going to start reading the camera. But I was like, let me just film it from here. So, the wind outside was going like really crazy. So, let me see if I can find this stop. So the wind outside was going so crazy. And I'm going to give you an idea of how bad the wind was blowing now. Let's see if I can put this over here. This is me, clearly. You already know that face. Okay, let's try this. Now I'm going to let you see the wind. Look at this wind on my face. Now this wind, of course, you know, I don't have any makeup on. I figure why bother. Look at this wind.
Look at this weather. this weather.
Okay. Try to get up close enough so you can actually hear me talk because the wind was blowing just that crazy. Then I went down to another spot that was over there. It was like on 33rd Street. Now down here, it was so hot. Oh my God, it was so hot. And I'm sitting there and everything, you know. I got to be covered up because I kind of got my boobies like hanging out and stuff. And, you know, I'm waiting with my instant tattoos and stuff. You know, and I noticed I was getting, you know, people staring like they always do. You know, I don't like attention. And so I was like, let me just take a little selfie. So I took a little selfie of myself looking all hot and messy. Yes. You know, I have a little thing around my neck. The guys were like, why don't you wear this little dress? I put it on and stuff, you know. You know, I thought it was cute and stuff. There's so many things that I have that I don't wear, you know, and that's me as far as, you know, going out and stuff. I had a little outfit and stuff, you know. So I just wanted to share this with you. Now I'm going to tell you what went down as far as me getting to this terminal. Now, when I got to this terminal, there was the New Jersey ticket, you know, and the ticket had only 2 hours on it. Let me just see if I have it in my pocketbook. Okay, now this is the ticket right here. Now this is the Metro card, which they, you know, you kind of get on a train and stuff and they let you, you know, go back and forth, you know, gonna use them anytime now. What I wasn't aware of, and I'm just giving you heads up in case you ever go to New York and stuff, so this doesn't happen to you. Not me, myself, I didn't know it now. There are the dollar ones that's like this. Let me see, you can see this. Okay, single ride. Now, see this right here? It says, even though they charge you, you only have a 2-hour lapse. So you have to, it's only valid at the pass train station within 2 hours of purchase. This is for the single ride, you know, the blue and white one, just in case you decide you want to go to New York and you want to get a single ride. You will be on a 2-hour thing. Now, the thing that gets me is, why do you make it 2 hours if I just bought it? Like, why do I have to have a time lap within it if it's just a purchase to ride the train? Well, I don't make the rules, but this is how it is. So I asked the guy that as far as this. Now, normally, when you're at this terminal, and this is on Christopher Street, they would just click the button right here, you know, and you would just walk on through. Well, the guy didn't want to do that for me, so I had to call up the office on that little phone over there, right here. This is the phone. So I called the office, and they refused to click it through for me. So I said, okay, fine. So I told the conductor, I said, well, I need to talk to somebody in the office and stuff. So he became scared. He was like, well, I don't want to give my name, and he ran. So as you see, he ran. This is why he's not in the picture. He's actually over here. He's behind this yellow thing here. Let me see if I can get bigger for you. He's actually behind this yellow thing here, hiding. Let me see if I can see. This yellow thing, he's over here hiding. So that was my dilemma as far as yesterday. Unbelievable.
Okay, you see that? You know, my thing is this. He could have just hit that button and stuff and just let me go through. I watch people go through all the time, but yesterday was a hard way to go. And when I was out there in the village yesterday, the energy was so negative, like I could feel it. I could have scooped it out the air how negative it was. And when I feel when my spirit is telling me, you know, Raven, you know, you need to leave, I'm going to leave. So it was still early when I left and stuff. And then the thing about it is that I have to look people in the face that I know that don't like me. And I give them love in your, and I can, you know what I'm saying, it's that feeling, you know, and I ask myself, why do I even bother? And so, you know, today I've been starting, like, just leaving people alone. I'm trying to I'm not going to be looking for the greater good or trying to understand where they're coming from. You know, if you don't like me, and we never had an argument or nothing, you just don't like me, you know, I'm talking to a guy about that as well, because that doesn't make sense to me. How could you hate somebody you just don't really know until I used to like the olden days. You know, once upon a time, you and this person got to an argument, y'all didn't like each other. Now, I guess we're in a new millennium that you just hate a person for no reason at all, which we see when it comes down to the YouTube channel. You know, and I feel as though there's a lot going behind the scenes. I always feel it's very amazing how every time I do a video, I get 6 subscribers each video. I just think it's kind of a little bit going on. That's either here or there. You know, but I watch everything and I monitor everything because, you know, I have trust issues. You know, and the thing about it, it's just like, it just seems like sometimes it just never ends, you know what I mean? Like, it never ends. It's like, well, I don't never ask who's going to do something to this because I really don't want to know. Because I may get the answer and stuff. You know, and all I did yesterday, I wanted to go out because I need to get some air because I'm always home. And I wanted to get some air. That's all I wanted to do. You know, and then I ran across people and stuff, you know, that like me and didn't like me. And I can tell, you know, I can look at them. I don't know whether it's because I've gotten older, but I can see things a lot more better now than I used to. And, you know, and I talk to a lot of guys and stuff who want to be with me, but the problem is with me is that you want to be with the person you see as far as visual, but you're not ready for everything else that come with it. You're in love with the girl, but you're not in love with everything, you know. And there's a whole lot to this package that you know about. But the thing about it is that you're acting as if you're being gullible to it. And the thing about it is that you know what I am, and basically you're on my channel, you watch me and you hit me up, and you know, and I talk to you about different things, stuff like that, and it's like you don't know how to handle it. And listen, I'm not in the business of trying to be nobody's therapist. If it ain't what you want, don't mess with it. If I mess with a trans man, I'm not going to all of a sudden think, oh, well, we come down to the sexual act, like what's going to happen. I think it's pretty obvious what may happen and stuff like that as far as that, but I'm not going to, you know, these things will be discussed way before, you know, but I always feel it's very important because, you know, in this lifestyle we live in, we need to have that little sex talk before we go any further. Because we have 2 tops, we have 2 bottoms, and, you know, unfortunately we don't like to do it, but it's very important because it is what it is. And, you know, the thing about it is that, what else I want to tell you? You know, it just was ongoing yesterday, and they wouldn't let me get, and it's funny because that Patreon ride, you know, the guy went and he hid because he didn't want to get on cameras. I was going to film. So he ran, so no, so he ran. You know, the thing is that it just gets so old, you know, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to film you, I'm not even going to call, I'm not going to nothing, you know, I just think it was so unnecessary and stuff, and, you know, it's just draining. Here it is, I'm going out to get undressed and come back drained, and then I wonder why I don't even want to leave out the house, and I'm like, well, where do you go? I don't go anywhere, because when I go out, you know, I don't really have a good time, because it's like, you know, you meet up with old friends and hey, what's up? You know, y'all laugh and kick it up. You know, now it's like nobody comes out anymore, and I don't know. It's just a shift in the wind, and it doesn't seem very pleasant. So when things don't seem right with me, you already know I'm on my way home. I'm not in the business of trying to recruit somebody or get them to understand my mission in life or my journey in life or who I am and as far as my truth. That's on you. Just give me 5 minutes and I'm going. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you because I wasn't even going to do a video today, but it was like another girl hit me. She's like, well, Raven, what's going on? Okay, let me just come in front and have a little talk with you in case you've been knowing what's going on. I'm going to be fine. This too shall pass. But the thing about it was that I went to New York because it felt pointless as far as being who I am, because it's like no matter what we do, the man issue stays. I don't care how far you go, how much you push, you get the sex change, you do everything, and it still remains the same. You know, it's like you erase the problem, but the problem remains the same because you are a problem. This is alleviated part of it away, but reality is that you're still the same thing. And if you meet a man as far as want to be with you and he want to impregnate you, as far as you not letting him know, you know, it has to go back to, you know, to the man thing. And, it's just too much to me. I got to the point yesterday, I was like, you know what, I don't even care. Like, I don't want to meet nobody. I don't want to watch an experiment on top of me. I don't want nothing. And that's why I went out yesterday, you know, because It just, everything just seemed pointless. I got men on the phone crying, saying they can't deal with this, and it's pointless. You know, and I'm not a babysitter. And it's funny because you want men to be much more stronger, and there's a lot of cowards walking around. But it is what it is. And anyway, I'm going to be fine like I always am. You know, I'm a bounce back bitch, so it is what it is. And this too shall pass, you know. But I want to share this with you as far as what happened to me yesterday. This video is long enough, so I was going to add that part of it today. Anyway, with that being said, I would love to hear what you did over the weekend and stuff like that. And I will let you know that I love you. And I want to thank you for watching Testery.
Did you hit that subscribe button at the bottom? Well, I want to let you know that I love you. And I want to thank you for watching Catch the Rave. Until we meet again, people.